Good morning, 4 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on 13 Sunrise. The snow is falling right now across central Indiana. Started falling around 1 o'clock this morning. You said you just went outside and there are pretty big snowflakes in downtown.
Flakes around downtown Indianapolis this morning, and we've been tracking it every step of the way. We've got full coverage for your morning commute and your day ahead right here on 13 Sunrise. Team standing by all across central Indiana working to bring us the latest conditions this morning.
But I'm going to let you know 267 closings or delays for you this morning. You'll see that at the bottom of your screen. But let's first get right over to Chuck, who is keeping a close eye on the radar, and Lindsay on the roads. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Wow, what a day we're already seeing, folks. When I came in, we already had about an inch of snow on the ground in Bloomington and Bedford, 2 inches in Scottsburg. And how about this? This is a look at Bloomington with snow you can see off to the side here. This is Martinsville. I-69 is wet. This is I-65 in Greenwood with snow falling. And we've got, according to TV, Sean Ash, who's usually in phase 3 of the sleep pattern right now, but is up with us. He says we've got some silver dollar flakes not far from where he is. That's I-65 and Richmond. Lindsay's here. She's going to give us the latest on traffic. Well, we expected this to come in between 3 and 4, so the snow is now here. We're seeing that total transition from rain to snow. It's now 32 degrees officially at the airport, so we've got this snow falling around central Indiana. We believe that we'll have 2 waves of this, by the way. So we're in phase 1 of this, and we'll have phase 2 later today. Still seeing a rain-snow mix to the north. Bloomington over towards Nineveh, Hensley, Jackson, Hope, Columbus, still seeing snow. This is rain from Seymour on south, but we've seen some heavy snow earlier this morning in Scottsburg, so those temperatures making a difference. Here's Monticello and Delphi. Not much going on in Peru. Hang in there. You're going to get your snow, too, in Miami County this morning. Look at this. This is Greensburg, where the ground's completely covered with snow. It started snowing there about an hour to an hour and a half ago, and that's the result. Right now, we are at the freezing mark, and that is key to everything today. Kokomo's at 32, Richmond's at 32, but keep in mind the air above us is real cold. In fact, it was snowing in Bloomington this morning when it was 36. Our wind chill this morning 24 on this very wintry day. Here's a look at your morning rush hour. Temperatures hang right around 32 with the snow falling, and we'll keep it there during the course of the day. But this is the key. How much snow are we going to get? Well, in the immediate metro area, 5 to 8 all the way to Peru and to Logansport and then Fort Wayne. To the south, 3 to 5 inches, and some of you will see some rain mixed in with snow. We're going to break all this down, take a look at the road to the evening rush hour in a few minutes, but we do need to get caught up on traffic. And Lindsay, already we've got some stuff to deal with as far as the rain's concerned.
That's right. We're going to have that road weather index fired up all day long. And right now we are starting to see anything from wet roads transitioning to icy roads and even heavy snow covering roads across parts of the state. Wanted to take you live to this camera, which I find very impressive. This is down the I-65 corridor in Columbus, Indiana, where it has been snowing consistently and heavy at that since about 2 o'clock this morning. So we're a couple of hours in. Keep in mind, snowfall rates could be as much as 2 inches per hour. So that's what it's going to start to look like on any untreated surface. That's the off ramp there at I-65 at Columbus. Snow already piling up. As far as those road conditions go, we are seeing a slowdown happening as the snow continues to fall. We're going to have this fired up all morning. So you see the purple color, that pink color, that's where the roads are reported as icy. The red, that's where we're starting to see ice covered roads. And as far as the heavy snow covering even things like interstates, we head down that I-74 corridor to Greensburg, closer to Cincinnati. Those darker blues are what I'm going to be watching out for, because at that point we know that we have heavy snow that's already taking over the interstate. So that is something we're going to keep you updated with. No accidents yet this morning. Hopefully we can keep it that way. That would be ideal. But let's head up north where Gina is keeping an eye on those roadways there. Good morning.
Good morning, Lindsay. Yes, we are on North Meridian Street, right at 161st Street, the exit heading to Lebanon. Let me turn this camera around, give you a live look at the conditions here. And it's a little bit dark here still, but those flakes are continuing to fall. you have those big wet flakes, and I can tell you over the last hour or so, conditions really have changed, starting off rain and then going to snow. I've counted about 10 trucks out, salting the roads overnight, as well as Hamilton County. They have issued a travel watch advisory at 8 o'clock last evening. So again, those flakes are big, really turning over from rain to snow, and we're going to be staying up here between Marion County, Hamilton County, to give you a live look at those conditions throughout the morning. But we will send it back to you for now.
All right, Gina, be safe out there this morning, and we'll, of course, continue to monitor road conditions closely for you this morning.
And we also have crews outside right now. They're braving the elements this morning. We're going to get right to Samantha Johnson. Actually, she's inside driving down on Indy's south side. We're going to tell you what things are looking like down there as far as the roadways. Good morning, Samantha.
That's right. Good morning to you guys as well. So we are headed southbound on I-65. We are coming up now on Edinburgh. We are making our way down to Bartholomew County this morning. I can tell you, as you take a look at the roads here in front of us, when we were passing through Johnson County just a few minutes ago, when we were in those 3 lanes of I-65, the entire left lane was already completely covered with snow. You heard Lindsay there just talking about how the snow is already starting to take over the interstates, and that's exactly what we're seeing here on the south side. Now, once we're down to 2 lanes, we're having no trouble getting through by any means, but we are taking it slow. We are not going 70 down 65 this morning. As we get closer to Bartholomew County, we expect the same conditions. We know the snow was kind of making its way south to north as it moved in this morning. I can tell you, we did just hear from officials in Johnson County. Johnson County EMA says they have already had a couple slide-offs this morning. Nothing major to report, so that's the good news, but just make sure you take it slow. Bartholomew County, Brown County saying so far so good, but obviously that's where we're headed now. So as soon as we get closer into Bartholomew County, Edinburgh, Columbus area, we'll certainly keep you updated. Meanwhile, I know we've got Matthew Foltz in the metro area keeping an eye on conditions there. Matthew, what can you tell us?
Hey, Sam, thanks. Yeah, right now we are on the city's east side, right off of Shaylin Avenue, next to the I-70 on and off ramp. And I have to say, within the last 30 minutes of being here, the snow has started to cover many of these roadways. You can see right here, the snow is starting to cover most of Shaylin Avenue and this exit on ramp, right here. And But in the last 30 minutes when we were driving, the roads were clear. They were able to, we were able to really take our time and just get here. A lot of the I-70 was slush, but as Sam and Gina mentioned, right now that's all turning into snow. You can see right here next to me, we got a commercial, a private snow plow out here, making sure that these businesses have cleared paveways when they open. Meanwhile, we also did see an NDOT snowplow truck just about 20 minutes ago. So NDOT is out here. We'll be out here, continue to bring the latest updates. But for now, we're going to send it to you guys back in the studio.
Matthew, thank you. And of course, safety, a huge priority this morning, especially since we are expecting a round of snow during the morning rush hour. It's going to be continuing for a little bit.
I think that's what we've said all along. It's the timing of this. We're certainly used to this amount of snow, or this, kind of the way it rolls out. First the snow, then the ice, or first the rain, then the ice and the snow. But it's going to make driving a little bit difficult. Meteorologist Sean Ash is with us, keeping an eye on things. And looks like, let's say you're, I think, just southeast of Indy, like at the I-70 Post Road area there, right, Sean?
And it's a winter wonderland right now. Love and life for us snow lovers, because we've been slim pickings here. Take a look. This is silver dollar flakes. Matthew mentioned it, and we saw it too. We started downtown. We had just a little bit of snow. Roads were wet. Most of our drive, the snow started to pick up in terms of intensity. And yeah, we're post road here at 74. So what's going to be interesting about today is when we get in these heavy pockets, this is what the roads are going to look like. They're going to get slushy pretty quickly. Now, we're never going to have 5 to 7 inches of snow on the roads, but this is what's going to look like during those heavy bands. And then when they ease, and especially after sunrise, the roads may just be wet outside of those heavy pockets. But it's round number 2 that we're going to be concerned as well. and that's what's going to bring another batch of 1 to 2 inch snow rates per hour. So we're really just getting started, friends. We will keep you updated, and we'll send it back to Lindsay. It's going to be a busy morning for the entire crew, and I appreciate you guys having me here on Sunrise. Love it.
We would never not invite Sean Ash to cover a winter storm. This is his dream job, guys. He's going to, of course, keep us updated with what's going on outside. I think this is a very fascinating radar imagery loop right here, because this is the past hour. Indianapolis Metro, we have fallen off in the past hour from about 36 degrees to 32. And you can see that transition where we initially did have a little rain and how that has all kind of flipped over to snow at this point. The heaviest of the snows where these darker blues are on radar. That's looking like the entire metro inside the 465 loop over into Hancock County, Greenfield to Morristown, getting out on some of the heaviest of the snow, and that's now taking over the west side of town as well. Where we have the heaviest bands of snow could potentially see 2 inches per hour falling, and that is the case as we go down to Columbus and Greensburg right now. So your radar pretty active, and the bigger picture showing that this is really just getting started. This initially flipped over, but we've got all of this snow. You see all the way back to Kansas City. That's tracking in our direction. So we do anticipate heavy snow and those snowfall rates to continue. This is over the 5 o'clock hour, and then as we get into the mid-morning, you can see this banding setting up as temperatures warm up a degree or two. That slight mixing from Bedford south, that will potentially cut down the snowfall potential in southern Indiana. We've got you covered all morning long. Live radar updates, road conditions. Chuck is back as well. Stick with us.